Let's come back to the point when we start to bring out this nine. The Rebbe says, I came down in this world and take, no such a thing, a person should be lost. He says, ancient years ba'olam klal.
There's no despair in the world at all. No despair in the world at all.
No despair in the world at all. No such a thing. But look, I'm the worst person. No such a thing. Huge. What's a huge?
Despair.
Despair. No such a thing. But look, I'm single. I'm married. I have no shalom bayis. We have no children. I have children. I have souls from them. No.
Despair.
Spare. No such a thing. Spare. And I'm taking the goods from the Litvische world, Stoiren, and the goods from the Chassidische, bring it together. This is the teaching of the rest of Chassidus. Take the good from the Litvische world and the good from the Chassidische. Let's take it together, Torah and Tefillah. To pray to Hashem and to learn. It gives you a way how to pray, and gives you a way how to learn. But as every good thing, Hashem started in very good, the Vilna Gaon started very good. As the generation comes, you go away from the roots, so till the branch, which is so far from the root, there is all kind of bugs, all kind of the sun is drying you out. The same thing, Litvish and Chassidim, and the same thing is in the rest of the same thing. We have already groups, all kind of groups. You don't understand what the Rebbe says, and you don't understand, you stupid, and you are not like this. This is the worst thing. And I'm giving you thanks to Hashem in public, I'm telling now for you, all of you, and I started off to learn Breslev. Here in the United States, nobody even knew what Breslev is. I had a Rosh Hashiva, he couldn't even pronounce what Breslev is. Boroslov says. Boroslov is, they have three cities, the same thing. Breslev is in Ukraine, Boroslov is in Galicia, and in Poland, and Breslau is in Germany. You couldn't even pronounce Breslev. And we had Rosh Hashanah over here, barely million. Barely million on the east side of the Stiebel, barely million. I find a sefer. I used to live, my father had a shul in the Bronx. That time wasn't a dormitory. I had to go in yeshiva. I was a young boy, 15 years old, 14, 15, 16, I had to go in yeshiva. I had to travel from the Bronx till Williamsburg. You have to take 2 trains every day. It's every morning, the rush hours, and every evening I was better, went home 9:30, wasn't already rush hours. From the Bronx till Williamsburg, you have to take change. I don't know how it the way then, how now, then I have to take the IRT, Jerome Avenue, and then till Chambers to take the BMT and change it to go to Williamsburg. This is a journey for 2 hours. 2 hours. Every day in the morning and every day at night. Back and forth, 2 hours. Traveling, 2 hours, going back. So, and a white boy, didn't like to learn. He was a very wild boy, was a spoiled boy. Every day I took a sefer and put it in a pocket. I journeyed for 2 hours. So you have to look some. I have to read a lot of stories from Tzaddikim. And when time of us 8 years, my father used to buy me storybooks from Tzaddikim. And I had a question. 2 questions I had. I didn't have an answer. But what was the question? First of all, when I was a child, was an old person that used to sell goodies, candies. I was like the only child. I had only one brother, but he was older than me, 4.5 years. My mother used to give me money to buy, and I bought. But I had a nature when I was a little kid, 5, 6 years, always I had candy. And then that time to see a candy, and nature, I couldn't see that somebody's crying. So a kid crying, took out the candy, gave him. Was hugging him, don't cry. But a little kid, 6, 7 years. But comes the day, and this person passed away. I was so attached to him, because every day I went to buy him, I said, Rachmanas on him. And candies, and lollipop. Not everybody had money to buy, so I was buying him, put in my pocket. One day he passed away. It was already deep in the 90s. And the bottom of it, I want to see what they're going to do with this person. He didn't have a levai. On a Chevra Kadisha, 3, 4 people took him, and I saw you're not putting him somewhere in a coffin. Only on a stretcher, you could see the whole body, put a talus on him with the whole body. And I was a young kid from 8 years. And I went after them, they yelled at me, get away from here. And I was about a child, and it wasn't like here a tractor, they had to dig with shovels, to mess with and stuff. And they were throwing me stone, get lost. And I ran away, I came back. I had to see what they're doing. In the time from 8 years already, I was thinking, till now, I cannot forget this picture that I saw. It's already 62 years. I cannot take our body, put it in down. That's the life. That's a person came down to live to the. I had a question. Then my father used to buy me a lot of storybooks from tzaddikim. Rabbi Zisha, Baal Shem Tov, Magi, Baditcha V'Rov. And I have these 2 questions. Why Hashem chose only these people, Baal Shem Tov, Magi, Baditcha V'Rov? Where's all the Jews? Why only them? Why you chose only them? The one thing I couldn't understand. I was a child, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years. The second thing is, how are you going up to the heaven? The Rebbe went up to the heaven and spoke to Hashem, and he got his answer. A boyfriend from 8, 9, 10 years, 11 years. It bothered me the question. But I stood with this question years. I didn't have an answer. And I didn't tell for nobody. Not my questions. And here I remember how by 11 years, I saw already how they make a tahari. A tahari, put a nifter naked in the water. And I had always from that time, was 8 years, wherever was a levai, I ran after the levai. This went in very much in my head. A levai, I used to go to all the levai. They ever saw a levai, I went with the levai. So this came into me that the whole life is like going 70 years, like you say, you made the same, but Shimon Shon, and all the Rebbe says, the Kutam Rachel, he pays 70 years in like 15 minutes.